can you believe this Twix bar came with the purchase of a camper? How cool is that? Who buys a camper with major water damage? Who? I'm talking major water damage. Front cap needs to come off. All kind of stuff with this camper. We do. We buy a camper. Dreaming Out Loud RVing. I'm Paul. I better half Megan. Her and I make up the channel Dreaming Out Loud RVing. But lately they might think, now your channel is just a couple of idiots that totally threw their money away. Alright, so this is our next project. Haul this back to Tennessee. This is the Skyline Skycat 264. Yep. Alright, before I hit the road though, I torqued the wheels, made sure they're all torqued. Something else we do, I put zip ties. See the zip ties right there? I zip tie the awning. I've done that on all of our campers just to keep it safe. I've never had one come loose, but I've heard the horror stories of them coming out going down the road, and that scared me enough to be proactive. But we've got him all hitched up here. And now we're gonna hit the road. Hopefully have no events. 300 miles, hopefully it's gonna make it. I'll give you more history on this camper as we go, as I get time. Alright, we're about halfway into our trip back to Tennessee. I don't know if you can, I have face tracks on, so you probably can't see the old Skycat back there. Doing really good so far. We're only halfway. I do need to tighten up my distribution bars. I think I mentioned that already. We'll worry about that later. We get this thing back to Tennessee. We're gonna park it there in the driveway and get ripping this puppy apart. Try to make it back into something. But I'll check back in with you when we get to Tennessee. Not much to see here, just traveling the interstate. So we will catch back up. Update on the Skyline Skycat. Alright, we stopped getting some fuel. Gotta remember to put my additive in. We only had a few miles to go before we were out. Let me walk around here. Make sure everything is still doing good. Everything's looking good. Had to stop and get these big old clamps. For some reason, man, these new trucks have got the big receiver and these big thick anchor points that these hooks will not fit around. So I do a little adding to that. Make sure the tires and stuff look good. Nothing crazy going on. No smoking hubs. No smoking hubs over here. Nothing crazy going on. I got a Velcro strap for these. All our campers, we've always secured those awnings like I was saying earlier. I need to add another chain. This is too loose. Distribution bars. But I don't have my bar, my breaker bar to do that properly, so I got to get one of those. But the old Skycat. So far so good. Pray that it holds up. Don't have any issues going the rest of the way. Everything looks good. All right, finish fueling up here and get on down the road to Tennessee. I'm gonna dig in, I'm gonna take a break and dig into that Twix bar, I believe. Let the old camper take a minute, and I'm gonna take a minute. I'm getting tired, just sleepy. I'm bored riding by myself. Well, it has propane tanks. I never did check to see if it even had those. And they're off. I don't even know if there's anything in them. They're about outdated too, though. The old Skycat. Who knows? We're going to tear into this camper. I'm going to rip this whole floor out. I got to gut it out, take all this out, and it's worth it if we can get it back to its original state. It would be worth it. Now this is a 2015 Skyline Skycat 264B. Yep, it's a bunkhouse. Where is it? Yep, back there. But for what we got it for and what we're going to do with it, hopefully it'll pay off. A friend of ours had this camper. He bought it brand new, him and his wife. I think it's been leaking pretty much ever since they've owned it. It's coming from the slide side. He thinks it's coming in the corner of the slide. I don't know. He's done all. Now, he's no dummy. He's very handy. So he's done all he knows how to do to try to stop the leak and hasn't stopped it. And you can't actively see where it's coming in. I have my opinion. I think it's coming in the siding. You know, this is one of those sticking tins with the aluminum siding. I think it might be coming in the siding and leaking down. But we're going to find out, because when I tear this floor apart, we're going to track the rotten wood, see where it's the heaviest, and maybe that'll tell us where it's coming in. It might just need slide seals. I mean, it could be coming in just as simple as that. It also came with a new awning. So when he bought it from the dealer, he had an issue with his awning, so they gave him a whole new fabric. Not the whole awning, but the fabric with the LED light. So I got to put that somewhere before we put that in. But I got to take the toilet out. I got to take the bathtub out. I'm probably going to take the bathroom vanity out. I've got to take the entertainment center out of here. The slide, believe it or not, the slide is solid. Now, he did some proactive stuff on the bottom of the slide, and I'll show you that. He put an angle iron down there and sealed it, but that slide floor is solid. Yeah, I got to pull that toilet out. I'll put a new toilet in anyway. You know, I don't like to use someone else's used grocery disposal pot, so we'll get our own. I'm going to pull this tub out, expose all this so I can get in here and replace it right. He thinks it's coming in here beside the slide there. He said he did see a trickle of water coming across that carpet a couple of times. I don't know. My feeling is it's coming in behind this wall where the siding is, and it's running down, and it just happens to be coming out right there. But, you know, we will find out here soon. Probably should pull that toilet out first. I like to be able to cut this flooring and just peel the flooring back, all the way back, so I can fix it and then lay this flooring right back down, glue it right back. I don't want to have to replace all this linoleum. Do I think that's going to work? No, of course not. It's not going to be that easy. So I'm wondering here. Let me look up underneath this toilet first. I mean, up underneath this tub. I've got my hand driver. Why don't you have a power driver? I do. Why aren't you using it? Because, you know, typical me, the battery died and I didn't recharge it. I'm thinking, I'm going to take all this off first. Let me get up under here. Check underneath this tub. Interesting. At least I can see the subfloor there, and I can see it looks like it's a 5/8 piece of particle board. That daggone thing is soft up under here. Man, that's a shame. That is some... I think it's about ready to be replaced. That's some rotten wood. Don't be scared. Come on, don't be afraid. This is major stuff going on here, man. You will find I'm good at tearing stuff apart. Can you believe this camper came with a Twix? That's just amazing. A Twix bar to boot. No, it didn't come with any boots. Twix bar. Now this camper, it's not a 4-season camper. Barely a 3-season camper. The underbelly isn't even insulated. It's, you know, it's one that has all the tanks exposed under there, which is kind of nice. You can see everything there. I'm going to leave this carpet edge out. I'm just going to leave carpet in the slide. But I'll take you guys around there. Well, here, look. I got a clip of the slide. I'll show you that now while I'm ripping this out. But look here. Look how solid this slide floor is. And then right here's where dude put the angle and sealed to keep it solid. He didn't want it to come apart. So it's interesting. I think it's leaking around here somewhere though. Wondering, see that? That's the lip of the slide. Carpet is under there pretty tight. Now, but you can see where it's really drug along here. Can y'all see that? That mark there? Right there. Where that slide has just been dragging on that carpet. So my predicament is, I want this carpet out. I gotta take it out anyway. Can I take it out? Can I get it out from under that slide? Is it gonna mess with the slide fit? You know what I'm saying? I don't think that carpet has anything to do with that because it's a through frame slide. So that's all held that way. I think if I take this out, but then am I gonna leave access for them little critters be getting in here? I don't need no scurrying around. You know how I am about that. You scurry around, you scurry on out. All right. Let's see here. What am I going to do? How am I going to do this? Because that's probably stapled underneath of there. Dadgummit. All right. Wonder if I can just cut it. Think it'll matter? But I got to get the floor out from underneath there too, don't I? So, maybe I'll cut it along the slide. Take that piece all out. Then as I'm taking the floor out and cutting the wood, I can get that out. What do you think? Anybody? Anybody? Come on now, y'all all chattery a minute ago. Ain't nobody saying nothing now. Oh, there you go. All right, well, send me that in a comment and let me know, because I don't know. All right, let me get back on this. I'm going to get pulling this stuff up. All right, guys, I got an idea. I think what I'm going to do is if y'all want to be a part of this, I'm going to take this rotten subfloor and put it in little jars. And I'll ship it to you. $25 a jar. That'll help fund the project. Huh? Anybody? Yeah, it's kind of stupid. Okay, I'll shut up. You're right. I should just be quiet. But I have come up to a conclusion. I think what I'm going to do. I think, I'm going to get used to using this camera. On this carpet, I think I'm going to just peel it up to where I can get the floor out from underneath of it maybe. Because I may have to put that carpet back down now that I look. So I'm not going to destroy it quite yet. I'll peel it up and see how much of this flooring I can get out from under it. Another option is this slide room. I can take it on. I can take these face panels off. And I can actually bump that slide room out. You know, overextend it just a little bit. That's risky. Yeah, we should do that, definitely. All right. Well, let me continue on here. See what I'm going to come up with. Maybe I should just hitch it back up, take it over to the salvage yard, huh? So I'm thinking I want to cut like right across here. So the floor is going to have to go away. Unfortunately, the vinyl isn't going to be salvageable. All right. I'm just going to go on a few more minutes here. Ooh-wee. Okay, so it skipped a spot. It's wet there. That's awesome because maybe it's leaking in several places. It's like an atrium. Is that what that would be? I don't know. Oh, cool. Y'all check out the radio. It does have a cool radio in it. It's a Jensen. Look at it. You see it? You see it? I don't know if you can see it or not. Let me do this. Whapa! Look at that thing. It's a Jensen radio. CD player, baby. Sounds good too. Got them nice speakers in the ceiling. Hey, a Twix bar and some good tunes. I think I scored. There I am. Yep. Face track enabled. I gotta figure out how to get that off of this thing. I don't like that face tracking thing. Making tracks on my face. Whew, it's warm up in here. This little fan ain't doing nothing. All right. You know what? I gotta move you guys. It sees me. Look at that. So whichever those of you that said, yeah, you're not going to be able to flip that flooring up and save it, you're exactly right. I'm just taking it out in chunks at this point, just so it's a little easier to handle. See what's going on here. Yep. Oh, the mowing people are next door. Finna get loud. Finna get lit. What is it? Is that what the kids say? Or is that old? Is that done with? Alrighty. Oh, sorry. You guys are over there. You can't see nothing. Look what I'm doing. Look at me. Look at me. Alright. Alright. Finna get real, huh? Okay, why is that? Huh, interesting. It's like they glued the floor down right here, which is weird. I wonder if that's why the water stopped there, because this is really sealed with whatever glue they used. Huh, interesting. You know, to be honest, I've always wanted to do this. This by just gutting the camper, getting into it, seeing what it's all about, and then camping in it. You know? Sit back someday and be proud of what we did. Bringing an old girl back to life, kind of like our truck camper. Our little 94 Squire 4000. That's what we did to that. Alright guys, I'm almost done for today. Let me show y'all. There we go. That's where the worst of it is. Coming out there by the bathroom. Look by this vent. That's all sealed pretty good there. That's all nice wood. So I'm thinking if I can cut that bad boy right there. I need to cut a strip out of it, a chunk, to separate the floors. So as this moisture makes its way over, because it's getting close right here. I cut a strip out of that. That way it can't jump over to this side. Does that make sense? Am I making sense? Any sense? We're going to be all right. Think we can save it. Think we can save it from this green line over. If we cut that out to this crease in the panels right there where there are 2 panels. Take this piece out and then maybe right there at that green line, cut that over. I got to go underneath the thing here. So do that. Then I can put it together underneath of that, I think. I'm not sure. I don't have anything going on up here. I don't think there's anything over here in the bedroom. Over on this side. Or is it? Oh, might be a little right there. You scoundrel, you. Alright. So we may have to come up into here. But that's not a bad thing. Because we can do that. We can take all this down. Take that right on out of here. So I think that's what I need to do next. Disassemble this entertainment center. Get it out the way. I really would like to cut a groove though to separate these so the water won't continue on over. Maybe it won't. Because at this point over here I got to come over quite far because it's already over here. The bathroom, the whole bath. I gotta get the toilet out of here too. Get the toilet out. This whole floor back here will probably have to be done up underneath the tub. Nice thing is it's cut off under the tub, so it doesn't go all the way under. It stops right there. I think that's a nice thing. Maybe I can get that front panel off the tub, put the board under it. Maybe. Yeah, I doubt it too. It's just not going to work that good, is it? Who knows? Who knows, people? I don't know. You don't know? Who knows? So you got a good taste of what we're dealing with here. 19, no, it's not a 19. It's a 2015 Skyline Skycat. You know, 6 months after this one came out, they quit selling campers. Yep, they went into the manufactured house.